Hello, Commanders fans. Today we have some hot news that you can't miss, so get ready because there's a lot of important information coming. Before we start, we'd like to take the opportunity to subscribe to the channel, activate the bell, and stay up to date with all the news about our Washington Commanders. Don't forget to leave a like, which really strengthens our community and helps bring this content to the most passionate fans of the team. Now, without further ado, let's get straight to today's news. Commanders negotiate contract extension with Terry McLaurin. Washington Commanders general manager Adam Peters revealed during the NFL owners' meetings this week that the team has been in productive talks with wide receiver Terry McLaurin's agent about a potential contract extension. "We want to make Terry a Commander for a long time," Peters told reporter J.P. Finley, highlighting the player's importance to the team's future. McLaurin's key role in Washington. McLaurin has been the Commanders' go-to receiver and one of the team's most consistent players in recent years. Last season, he again demonstrated his ability to be a reliable target, recording 82 receptions on 117 targets for 1,096 yards, averaging 13.4 yards per reception and scoring 13 touchdowns. At 29, McLaurin is entering the final year of a 3-year, $71 million extension he signed in 2022. He is scheduled to earn a base salary of $15.5 million in 2025. Given that several veteran wide receivers have already landed lucrative contracts this offseason, McLaurin is expected to secure a new, significant deal soon. McLaurin's NFL path. Selected in the third round of the 2019 NFL Draft with the 76th overall pick out of Ohio State, McLaurin quickly established himself as one of the team's top receivers. His rookie contract was for 4 years and was worth $3,962,594. At the end of that deal, he was set to become an unrestricted free agent in 2023, but he ended up signing the 3-year extension that is now coming to an end. The Commanders' front office recognizes McLaurin's impact on and off the field, and his continued presence will be essential to the development of the new quarterback and the continuity of the team's offense. We will continue to monitor the negotiations and will provide updates as new information becomes available. Commanders' confident new offensive weapon will bring big return. When the Washington Commanders acquired Debo Samuel from the San Francisco 49ers, the franchise made a strategic bet, confident that the talented wide receiver could play a key role in the 2025 campaign. According to ESPN's John Keim, there is a strong belief within the organization that Samuel, now motivated by a new environment and a new challenge, will demonstrate the best version of his dynamic playmaking ability. That confidence is based not only on the player's track record, but also on the perfect fit he represents for the Commanders' offensive scheme. The move to acquire Samuel was an extremely low-risk move with the potential for a huge return. Washington only had to give up a 5th-round pick in the 2025 draft to secure the player, a surprisingly affordable price for a player of his caliber. While he had an underwhelming season in 2024, accumulating just 806 all-purpose yards, the wide receiver's track record shows that he is capable of producing at a high level when given the right conditions. Since entering the NFL in 2019, Samuel has built a reputation as one of the league's most versatile playmakers. He was named to the Pro Bowl in 2021 when he had a breakout season, and he demonstrated his capabilities again in 2023, surpassing 1,000 yards from scrimmage and scoring 12 touchdowns. His physical and explosive style of play, combined with his ability to play both as a receiver and in the backfield, make him a valuable asset to any offense. Samuel's fit with the Commanders becomes even more promising when looking at the team's offensive performance last season. Washington has had an impressive resurgence, finishing 5th in the league in scoring, averaging 27.8 points per game, PPG, and 7th in total yards, averaging 369.6 per game, YPG. In addition, the Commanders are coming off a historic season, in which they reached the National Conference Championship, NFC, for the first time since 1991. With Offensive Rookie of the Year Jayden Daniels leading the charge, the team enters 2025 with even greater ambitions. Samuel joins to form an explosive duo alongside Terry McLaurin, providing even more options for young quarterback Jayden Daniels. Ultimately, the Commanders and Debo Samuel appear to be a perfect fit. He arrives with a renewed desire to prove himself, driven to silence the critics and play a key role in the team's quest for the Super Bowl title. Commanders signed phenomenal player in recent mock draft. Washington Commanders general manager Adam Peters completely overhauled a middling roster in a short amount of time by drafting Jaden Daniels and acquiring Laramie Tunsil and Debo Samuel via trade this offseason. Unfortunately, both of these offseason trade acquisitions have depleted the organization's draft capital for the 2025 NFL Draft, which is scheduled to take place on day 2 of the draft. In a recent mock draft trade scenario, Washington acquires some additional draft assets by trading down while also adding an impact player on the offensive side of the football. Commanders trade up in the first round to select RB McLaurin Hampton at number 36 overall. The Washington Commanders have prioritized surrounding Jaden Daniels with more talent on the offensive line and wide receiver with some of their offseason acquisitions, but have yet to make any significant additions to the backfield. Well, Dean Jones of Rigo's Rag doesn't see the Commanders sitting on just Brian Robinson Jr., Austin Ekeler, and Chris Rodriguez for much longer. In his latest mock draft, he has the Commanders going out of the first round and selecting North Carolina standout running back McLaurin Hampton at number 36 overall. Wrote Jones, "If Peters can find a legitimate game changer who can become a long-term threat in the backfield alongside quarterback Jaden Daniels, he would be wise to capitalize on the opportunities that present themselves. McLaurin Hampton represents that and more. The North Carolina standout is a phenomenal weapon capable of carrying a left-handed load. His college production over the past 2 seasons has been nothing short of exceptional, and the player's contact balance is extraordinary." Hampton was ridiculed all over the place during the draft process, with some of his top picks falling in the first round to the Dallas Cowboys or Denver Broncos. In this mock draft scenario, the Commanders acquired the 36th and 88th overall picks in this draft and a future number 2 pick in 2026 by trading 7 spots with the Jacksonville Jaguars. How would McLaurin Hampton fit into the Washington backfield? Hampton was excellent in 2024 with 2,033 yards from scrimmage and 17 touchdowns on his 319 total touches. He's an imposing ball carrier with a chiseled 221-pound frame. His 4.46 40-yard dash time at the NFL Combine suggests he has enough long-range speed to make explosive plays, while also having the physicality to hold his own as an early-down runner. Jones added, "Hampton is a powerful weapon who can turn the smallest of creases into big gains. He can work between the tackles or thrive on outside runs. He shows capabilities in the passing game, so there's a lot to like about his chances of making an immediate contribution wherever the prospect ends up in the pros." One way to describe Brian Robinson's production would be consistent. He's rushed for over 700 yards every year of his pro career, but he's never topped 800 yards in any season. Austin Ekeler saw his per-touch efficiency increase by more than a full yard from his senior year in Los Angeles to his junior year in Washington, but he saw just 112 total touches last season, which was his lowest mark since his rookie year in 2017. That suggests the team views him as more of a change-of-pace player at this point in his career. Hampton projects as a difference maker at the next level. If he's available at 29th overall, Commanders fans shouldn't be surprised if he's the pick.